Hi, Frankie. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so I want to say happy Halloween. I am really excited about your poetry. I really like the work that you're doing, and so I just want to start off by saying thank you for doing such a great job. Um, I do want to say that I put this in my written feedback, but I want to reiterate it here that it is incredibly important for you to submit for you to submit questions under each of your poems so that you can let your readers know, your writing group and me know exactly the kind of feedback that you're looking for. With the writing prompt sheet, the writing prompt response sheet worksheet that I just updated for the class, you should get some better feedback from your fellow students, but the questions are equally as important. So it's like when you're writing this, in your space, in your vacuum of a space being a writer, what is it that you're wondering about? What are you wondering about if it worked or not? What are the things that you specifically would like us to look at to say, hey, does this work? And hey, does this not work? So please do that next week. Let's start with a stroll in the park. So I guess I have a question in terms of your form. I really like your lines. I love the periods at the end of each line is great. But in the first three lines, you have dashes, end dashes after a period. And so I'm wondering about the function of that dash. Typically, if there's a dash, you wouldn't have a period before it. So a dash at the end of a line of poetry tends to indicate, and it can be a little different depending upon the poet, but it tends to indicate that the next line is a continuation of this line, kind of like you would use a dash in with combining two words, right? It's sort of like these two words are connected in this particular way that has to do with sound and modifying other words. I guess I'm questioning that. I'm questioning the use of that dash. I really love your language, however, I think it's lovely. I love your use of alliteration. I love your imagery. I love roads rarely hiked, always prowled. I love the verbs that you're using in this poem. People never sleep. I was really excited that you traced a poem stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. I have to say that poem in particular is one that I memorized in like the second or third grade, and I still have it memorized, and it is the only poem that I have memorized. So there is something about that poem. I'm happy to hear it's your favorite, and also that you chose to trace it as your favorite. That's pretty cool. So people never sleep. Same thing, same question with the dashes. I don't know, is this, and perhaps this is not even intentional. Perhaps it's a function of the upload. But same question with the dashes. I think it should be an either or situation, a period or a dash. And you said referring to the pressures imposed by other people. So I'm taking that as a clue, and I want to say that that does come across. It absolutely comes across. That there's this pressure. I can feel it in the poem. So great. I really look forward to your poetry next week. Excited for you to include those questions so I can give you more specific feedback. And I hope you have a very happy Halloween.